Hi, and welcome to this episode 10 of the JKT Radio Podcast.
How you doing?
I'm hurt.
Where all your bad jokes go out off the balcony.
She's not here for one episode and you're stealing her intro?
That's
Yes.
mine.
Wow.
That's mine.
Hostile takeover.
That's just cruel.
Dick
I will
move,
throw
man.
something at
move.
you.
Like, really?
Hit him for me.
Well, she was stalling, so I thought, I might as well just get this going. So,
Let's talk about snails.
snails is actually on my topics list.
Fuck is it?
Why?
Oh my god. That's fantastic.
Okay, but
What did the snails do?
I'm not on my phone.
I am
promise. I'm
Jason.
just getting things started.
No.
No.
It's okay. No, because apparently you don't want to be professional.
Okay, no, I'm just making sure that
Says
my shit's on
you.
vibrate.
You're stealing jobs. You'd be kicked off a film set for that.
No, I'd be promoted.
No, you wouldn't.
Wait, what did you do?
He stole my job.
Because she
intro.
wasn't doing the intro, so
He just
the intro when he
You
stole
know what
it.
you did?
I stared at her.
You took her
I was waiting for this to say that you were recording.
I feel attacked. Anyways,
Let's get this started.
I am Jason. This right here is Trevor.
Howdy.
That's...
We have a whole row on the couch there.
Yes.
We have the
Hello.
panel.
Okay, so I'm gonna start from left to right. We got
Okay.
the birthday girl Victoria. Happy birthday to her.
Yep, today is her actual... It's a special episode today. So today is Victoria's actual birthday. But when this comes out on Tuesday, it will be Kira's birthday. So we're having
going
a
on
joint
here,
man?
a
What's going on
joint
here, man?
birthday.
Hence
I'm
What's going on here, man?
fucking
Birthday.
doing your job.
I was getting to that. I was gonna lead into that because
See, you steal
Well, you
someone
took too
else's
goddamn
job,
long.
so someone steals your job.
Yeah, there you
See,
As
go.
long
there you
as
go. We're all
somebody
about
says
stealing
it, I
jobs.
think we're fine.
Yes.
And beside the birthday girl is Attack on Titan aficionado Devin.
Sure.
I'm
How are you doing?
Something Jaeger.
Pretty much.
Well, then let's hear it.
Nope, not
no,
singing.
no, you can't.
And
It'll
beside
copyright.
Devin is the writer of the Captain America wiki.
Sure, let's go with that answer.
How are you doing?
A little weirded out by phone microphones, but otherwise good.
Great.
Her name is
Perfect.
Chrissy, by the way.
Yes,
Yes.
her name is Chrissy.
did I
Wow. Once
not say
again, you're
that?
failing.
No.
No, you didn't.
Fuck!
Her name is Chrissy.
I'm
All right,
sorry.
no,
I'm sorry
that's
about
it.
that.
Give-
I'm
give me
sorry
the
about
topic
that.
list.
No,
I'm stealing your
no.
job.
This is my list. These are my
guys.
microphones. I will tear
Guys.
everything
Excuse
down.
me, this one's mine. Thank
I
you
want
very
to say
much.
Chrissy is
Yeah,
Devin's
cuddle so we can share this
girlfriend.
mic.
Yes.
There
Clearly,
we go.
I'm most well loved. That's why I don't get a name.
I am very sorry about that. I did not mean that.
You shouldn't be.
Oh my
and
god.
beside her is Kira. How you doing?
Beat you later. Stole my job.
And forgot my girlfriend's name. I think we're both gonna gang up and beat him later.
Yeah, he's already failing hard.
Yo,
You are so fucked after this,
as
man.
as
Dude,
soon as this
3
podcast
minutes in.
ends, I am jumping off that balcony and just hoping
you
I
may
land
as well.
on something.
Well,
You're
I
going
will
off
do
that
it now.
balcony, but because we're throwing you.
We keep saying it every episode, but one of these times it's actually going to happen.
Yes.
Anyways, shall we jump right in?
Shall we begin?
Shall we jump right in?
Yes, let's do it. What do you got going on?
Happened, man.
What happened? What happened? Tell me.
What?
Tell me your tale of woe.
A kid won $3 million playing Fortnite.
No.
Oh, I
don't
heard
wanna
about
talk
this.
Oh my
I
god.
totally heard
3
about
I
million.
this.
heard about that at work, actually.
What a guy.
Oh, that's
He won $3 million
ridiculous.
from a Fortnite tournament.
Yeah, this kid was basically taking part in a Fortnite tournament, and he won.
Good for him.
And he won $3 million.
How
Yeah.
old is he?
But he bought his mom a
16.
house.
Okay, at least he's
Did
not
he
like 10.
or was that a rumor?
No, I was
'Cause I
reading.
didn't actually see that.
I was reading the article on it about an hour ago.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
He did buy his mom a
for him.
house.
Because to me, it's like
Okay,
I
well,
don't-
that's
Good for him.
nice.
the actual
Good.
news itself doesn't bother me. It's like how will this kid spend the money?
No, he
He's
did
gonna
buy.
be
He
like
did
the
buy
kid
his
from
mom
Home
a
Alone.
house.
Yeah,
Well, so far
bought
he
his
spent it
mother
for a good
house.
cause.
That's
That's
very
pretty
nice.
dope.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully he'll be semi-responsible with the rest
Well,
of it.
How
clearly,
old is
since
this
he's
kid?
bought his mother a house.
I think he's like.
How
How old is the
16, you
kid?
16.
He's
Yeah.
16.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
he's got time.
Responsible,
Yeah,
probably.
that's why I
not
say
like-
semi-responsible.
It's not like he's 10 or 13 or something, so.
He's still a kid.
But as you go further throughout high school into adult life, you get to be stupider. Like especially if you have money.
Well, some of us.
Some of
Yeah.
us, yeah.
Some of us.
This kid he seems to be smart already. Again, since he bought his mother a house, he's not thinking of himself.
So far, hopefully
True.
this trend
So-
continues. Knock on wood.
Knock on wood, man. All right. So last episode, I realized I fucked up.
Oh
what else
yes,
is
you
new?
mentioned. I mean, amongst other things, but
She's out for blood now.
Do you have like a defibrillator, like in like the back or something like that?
Don't worry, I know
Get
CPR.
me some water,
I mean, he's got an inhaler for you, so.
Yeah, I got my puffer. We're all set.
honey.
Yeah,
You're spiky.
nothing.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
So when we were talking about the Eternals,
Yes.
I realized I messed up. They are
Why?
not gods.
Oh, apparently Angelina Jolie is going to be in that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what are the Eternals exactly?
All right, I actually stole the definition from Marvel's website, so I don't get it wrong.
Okay, there you
Oh,
go.
So-
right, the new Marvel movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's not stole. You researched.
Oh,
Okay.
Finally.
research. And they are a credible source.
Exactly, right?
So the definition says the Eternals are a race of godlike beings that are in a millennial old conflict with the less evolved deviants. They are the originators, the Celestials.
Connor, what the fuck are you doing?
Each Eternals has watched civilization begun and die. They are from Olympia.
So they're basically kind of like what Ego, the planet
Wait,
from
wait.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
They're from
Oh my God,
Olympia?
it kinda
Okay.
reminds
So
me
they're
of-
like they're not like
So-
Asgardian. They're just like Greek gods instead.
Kind
Okay.
of. Yeah, kind
I
of.
think they're kind of like what Ego was. He was kind
Oh,
of
the
like
planet.
Okay, this
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of the movie Nine, which Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
starred in.
Hey.
Because they weren't gods, but they were godlike or something.
Jason
They
hates
were
that
nine.
movie.
Was it Ryan Reynolds?
It was
I thought it was
Ryan
Elijah
Reynolds.
Wood.
No, it's Ryan
100% it was
Reynolds.
Okay,
Ryan Reynolds.
I must be thinking about
Yes,
totally.
it
about
was. Are we
because
thinking of the
something
same
about
one?
like little
No.
dogs.
Are we
Yeah.
gonna talk
No,
about
yeah, that's
Ryan
not
Reynolds?
Nine.
No,
on
not the
The
one
podcast?
with
Nine,
Elijah
and this is
Wood.
Nines.
With the animated?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a different one.
It's a live action one. It's got
It's a live
Ryan
action.
Reynolds
Oh,
and
okay.
So you and I were
okay,
thinking
never
the same
mind.
thing,
Yeah.
Tyler.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, one person at a time. You're talking, Victoria's talking,
Okay,
Kira's
sorry.
talking.
This
Yeah.
is
One
what,
person at a time.
Yes.
this is what
So,
happens
yeah.
when you get 6 people to try and record a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So are we going to talk about Ryan Reynolds?
what
Oh,
about
what do we
He
have
doesn't
for-
have anything to do with this, so.
What do we
What-
have
what
for
about-
Canada's
what did
Golden
yeah,
you
what are
Boy?
you talking about?
He hinted at Deadpool 3.
Oh, yeah, I
obviously
heard
they're
about
gonna
that.
Make another Deadpool
Yeah,
movie.
like,
The
why
last
wouldn't
two made
they?
shit tons of money.
Yeah, why wouldn't
Seems
they?
pretty self-explanatory.
Deadpool 2 was shit.
In your opinion?
You didn't like Deadpool 2?
And I saw the full movie twice.
There you
Oh,
go.
there you
So,
go.
You saw the
you
full
can't-
movie.
can't
I'm
make it.
surprised you
Why
watched
didn't
it
you like
twice
it?
if you hate it.
I thought it was pretty much a rehash of the first movie. Like it didn't evolve whatsoever. And it was way longer. I felt like it overstayed its welcome.
Welcome
It
to
was pretty
sequels.
long.
It was long, yeah.
It should have been like an hour and a half.
I thought it was actually. Honestly, I thought it was funnier, but that's also because I appreciate the really, really morbid sense of humor it had. Because like it's so fucking dark at times, but it's
That's
also
not in
like
my head. Okay.
Yeah, but it just felt
Funny.
like the same jokes. Like, oh, I'm wacky. Like, oof, I'm.
Have you read
Yeah.
a Deadpool
Third
one.
comic?
Yes, I read them all the
Actually,
time.
no. That's to be fair. I've seen a fair amount of different types of Deadpools.
Yeah, like he's very different in the comics.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there.
Yes. Anyways.
Do you guys want to get into Friends?
No.
No.
Sure. Why not?
No.
No?
I don't want to hear more arguing
Yeah,
today.
no,
All right,
no,
all
no.
right.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, no more.
Especially
Let's keep
'cause-
this a non-controversial cast, okay?
Okay,
I don't
so
think
Can we
it's
try
fun
just for one
No.
episode?
dude, funny
With
thing
Devin
is,
and Chrissy here, no, we can't.
got a story for you after.
excuse
Oh,
me.
Babe.
You're both opinionated. It's not an insult.
One,
I'm
two,
just
three.
saying.
I'm sorry, Victoria. I know it's your
Hot
birthday and
meat
happy
kettle.
birthday, but you're the last person
Yeah,
that
sure.
should say that.
Also,
Say
Jason, you
what?
are also the last person to be pointing that out.
You're just as bad.
Yeah.
yeah.
You are just as bad.
I'm not.
I
Yes,
feel like
you are.
Trevor and Kira are the only non.
Meanwhile, here we are, the fucking, like,
Exactly.
the
yes.
neutral
That is
ground
not
trying to keep
true.
everything
You
together.
are very. It's not a
Are
bad
we
thing.
gonna argue about how much we argue? Oh my.
Oh,
fucking
okay,
God.
let's do it. This is
No.
I'm putting this
No.
on the topics.
Oh, no,
how
I
about
don't
we
want
do
to.
not?
Hey,
Shall we just go to
I
my
am
topics?
fine
They're less
talking about
controversial.
things.
They're entertaining.
What's the next topic?
So a
of conversation?
non-controversial topic.
Yes.
I was reading this article
It's okay. We
that
love you anyways.
that was stating that Rockstar actually does not pay taxes.
Oh, I heard about that. They're getting into
Wait,
some trouble.
Who? What?
Interesting.
Rockstar, the video game, not the
gaming
not-
company.
Developer that makes GTA and Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
They don't pay taxes. The U.S. government pays them
Was
taxes
it Naughty
Why?
Dog make
because they're
GTA?
considered an international company,
Nope.
and Activision
No?
is the exact
Rockstar.
same way.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
interesting.
right.
No, Naughty Dog
Taxes.
makes other games.
What?
I forgot about that.
The U.S. pays that. What? What are you talking? Okay, interesting.
Oh.
I mean,
Like,
I don't care. It's
interesting.
different. It's a different country. That's
it's
how
because
they work.
they have like an offshore
why do we
account,
alienate
like
our
in
audience?
like another country or some shit like
Okay,
that,
yeah.
and that's where their head base is. So they actually don't have to pay taxes.
All right. I mean,
Which is-
it's a different country, so I don't really care.
which
Yeah, right,
I
so-
thought was
It's the
interesting.
States.
Yeah.
I
so.
mean, most video game companies are pretty bad for however they treat, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to get into making video games in the future, and I'm just like, most companies treat their employers like, or their employees like shit.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, you get like, I don't know, like 40, 80-hour work week and like high like stress
Yeah.
environment. So like, they're all shit. You just gotta pick the better one.
Yeah.
The
Right.
lesser of two evils.
Good
Yeah,
luck with
exactly.
that.
That's interesting because I've been wanting to ask a developer about that because
I'm not a developer. Just
Yeah,
yeah,
put it
but
out.
but like someone that like wants to get into that industry because I couldn't imagine like hearing all the stories that I hear like
The way I see it, because like I'm wanting to get into making video games because actually there's some Let's Players I watch on YouTube who like, for example, Jacksepticeye. I watched him the starting of him playing Subnautica way back when he first started the series, and it was really interesting because back then it was still in its alpha stage, which alpha, for like those who might not know, is basically like it's before its beta, it's before its release. It's like you are going to find bugs and they are probably going to break the game, and that is your job as somebody who's playing this game, is to find it.
Yeah.
And this is actually pre-alpha. And like watching the game develop and watching them go from this pre-alpha to their full release to their DLC. That microphone's getting really close to my
It's
face.
supposed to be really, really close.
Really? That's
Yeah.
dumb. And it's just, I don't know, like
it's perfect,
seeing
by the way.
somebody play the game and watching it develop is like, and like enjoying it, that's probably what the appeal is the most. Is like
Yeah.
you get to see people playing something that you've made, that you've put your heart and soul into, and they're enjoying it. And that's the whole appeal. Regardless of whatever shit you have to go through, whatever hoops you have to jump through, it's the appeal of like wanting somebody to enjoy basically what you've created, your child.
yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
And-
that's a
and-
good explanation. There.
And especially like that game in general, like Subnautica, because like
Great
it
game.
really, yeah, it
It's
came out of
beautiful.
nowhere and like it's evolved so much. Like it's
It used to be just like an open world,
Yeah.
and now it's like actually kind of like a weird horror type game, but not like your standard horror game. So it's
fucking
really
bad,
cool.
that game.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
and they have like an ice DLC now. And,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
exactly.
shit,
Yeah.
yeah, that's great though. You had a topic?
I have a couple actually.
Just one last thing from me.
Yep.
Stan Lee got a street named after him in the Bronx.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
That's
Shout out to
awesome.
Stan
That's
Lee.
awesome.
Cool. Is
Good
he
for
from
them.
the Bronx?
Yeah,
I'm not sure,
I think so.
Okay, well, it would make sense if it was like from the Bronx to name a street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
but like
That
he,
might be
he
because
was
of some of
based
the
in New York,
characters
so
he made.
Yeah.
Well, then
Yeah.
That's it. That's in like the Bronx is in New York.
Borough, yeah.
Yeah,
So.
yeah,
That's good.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, so shout out to Stan Lee. Rest in peace.
yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, Trevor,
Yes. So I have a couple of things.
talk to me, baby.
What do I want to talk about first? That's the big question. Okay, no, I'll bring this up. So, the title of this simply is BC woman fends off wild cougar by blasting Metallica.
That is a
You-
fucking mood.
Just goes to show that
That's pretty
metal
badass.
saves the day.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
not even surprised, honestly. It's BC.
Question:
Yes.
Wouldn't that be a slight because the cougar was like didn't like the music?
Are we talking
No.
about cougar like an older
or the
lady
music
or cougar
was,
like the
so
animal?
like
The animal.
intimidating to the cougar.
Exactly, because like when you
Yes.
encounter a cougar,
Or
like
maybe-
you want to make yourself look big or you want to make loud noises, but this woman, I'm gonna just cut you off right there because I'm not even gonna let you fucking talk.
He's really bad at trying to cut people off.
So
So-
what this woman did, like she flailed all over the place,
Like you're
like
doing now.
like talking loudly,
Almost
trying
hit him
to
in the face.
trying to like
Spook it.
ward it away, and then when all else failed, she had Metallica on her phone, so she just put it on blast, and just held it up for the cougar, and it just buggered off, which I thought was just brilliant.
'Cause, I mean, to be fair, we don't know how like cougar ears work or like how
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
So that might have
Cat
been just like
ears.
And they probably have better hearing than us.
Oh,
Yeah,
100
They have better
Of
hearing.
course they do.
Probably have better hearing than cats.
But-
Do you think
Yeah,
they're
oh,
like
yeah.
the creatures from A Quiet Place? Where it's like,
Oh, God,
my
yeah.
Fucking love that movie.
That's a
Really?
great.
That's an
That's
amazing
fantastic
That is a
movie,
great
absolutely.
movie.
Oh.
It's super good.
Oh no,
So
maybe
good.
I'm thinking of like the
But
Bird Box stuff.
What I was
not
gonna
Shrek.
say
Yeah.
was, this works in my defense because Kira has a problem with how loud I have my music, right?
Okay.
So what if
Okay.
I'm having it so loud to fend off the cougars? Like, Like, you know what I mean?
I don't count
See,
as a
but from,
cougar.
No.
from what I hear,
Yes.
the only times that you have your music really loud is driving.
Poor things.
That's not true.
No.
My wall shakes.
Your
Dude,
car
Okay, you're not
Jason.
getting you're not gonna get attacked by a cougar in your house.
Exactly, in the middle
You
of a
don't
city.
know that.
Oh, 100 like
Cougars
really?
are in the suburbs.
Okay.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
but I
watched
have had
Jersey
a
Shore?
coyote.
They're not invading your houses.
Okay, Jason, let me tell you,
not a
I
cougar.
live in a
Well,
I
fair
lived in a
I live by
neighborhood
the
where there were
river.
cougars that walked around. I'm telling you right now, they're not invading your house.
I don't know. I'm terrified, so now I'm gonna have to
Jason,
have my.
you just
my
saying
music
Let's
I don't
just
voice
stop
know.
loud.
pretending that the reason you're playing your music so loud is to fend off cougars. You're
There's
just playing
nothing
your
wrong
music
with
loud.
There's
I
nothing
mean,
wrong
there's
with
nothing wrong
enjoying
with
loud
that
music.
either.
Just
I do
have
the
some
same
say-
thing.
Sake of
some
playing your music
sanity
super
for other
loud.
people.
I do the same thing. Trev has to tell me to turn it down, so.
Wait, are you
Because
serious?
I'm the deaf one and I know what it does.
I'm not deaf, though.
As the musician,
That's the
you
point.
should,
You're
like,
going to be.
No,
not going to
because
be.
I've
Yeah,
done
let's
that for
turn up
years.
the bigs.
No,
The bigs, yeah.
no, because I've done that
So
for
this is
years,
what
and
this
now
is
my
like.
hearing is
Yes.
shit.
You see?
See, but like I have
I-
like a professional like set of speakers. Like I got some KRKs.
Yeah, see, I didn't have
So
that
it's like
until
turn
like
up, turn up.
Three.
I didn't have that
Okay.
until like 2
Shush.
years ago.
They really like my pants.
All right, what's next? What's next?
All
What
right.
happened to my purse?
Just in case you're curious, the song that she was playing was "Don't Tread on Me." Go YouTube that; it's a killer song.
It wasn't Enter the Sandman.
No, it
Kind of
wasn't.
disappointed.
Well,
No,
that
it
would take
wasn't.
so long to get up to like the loud part. Kind of.
Not really. It kind of starts loud,
Yeah.
so it's kind of loud all throughout, but it's very like thumpy and marchy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if she like whipped out her phone and started playing like classical jazz?
I'd be down.
I feel like the cougar would just be straight up confused after that. It's like I don't know what to think.
Just start playing Careless
or-
Whisper.
Cougar just starts doing the
Or-
jazz hands.
Or yeah, the cougar starts dancing.
Right?
You know, just start playing Careless Whisper.
Okay.
That'll work.
Exactly.
I mean,
I should stop.
Yes.
oh, was that a squeaky door or was that you? Like I can't.
That was me trying to do the sax part of
Okay.
Careless Whisper.
It's okay.
Moving
we
on.
love
Half-assed
it.
It
attempt,
didn't
but an
work.
attempt nonetheless.
Is that
Moving
Taylor Swift
on.
on your phone?
No,
I thought that was Taylor Swift.
no.
Ooh,
So
that's nothing like
something happened the other day, yesterday, or earlier today, or something. So, for the new movie that's coming out, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Fucking
I'm
amazing.
so
It-
tired of the
it
ads
came
for
out.
that.
with
came out.
Brad Pitt, Leo DiCaprio, and this woman called Lena Dunham.
Lena Dunham.
Lena Dunham,
Lena
yes.
Dunham.
Yeah.
Is she
Thanks for
related
So-
to
fucking up her name.
Jeff Dunham?
No.
No, I don't.
Thank
As far
God.
as far as I
She
know,
was
I don't
from
think
the,
so.
HBO show called Girls.
Yeah. Yes, she was from
Are you
Girls.
talking about when she like tried to kiss Brad Pitt or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
But like went full on like going for his lips, like to go for a full on smooch. He's just wants nothing to
Yeah,
do
that's
with
definitely
it.
assault.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's definitely assault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up.
She kind of
And
has
so
a
basically-
history, though, of like doing.
Yeah,
shit
that's
like
that's
this.
what I read too.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, but
apparently
see,
she's
here's the thing is that any woman who has a history of assault because they're a woman, they're not going to be like they're not going to be treated as seriously as a man who
and
has
that's
a history
the
of assault.
shitty thing.
Unfortunately, yes.
You mean
but
like
no.
Cardi
Like-
B?
That's just there's
Exactly.
a double standard.
There is a double
definitely,
standard,
which
and
I
it
don't
sucks,
like.
yeah.
As a woman, I don't like that. Like,
Thank
No.
you.
if this was a man, 100% he would be just be.
Well,
like,
I mean, just
on
think about the
fire.
hashtag
Oh,
Me
he'd be
Too all over.
ostracized
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah,
He'd
right?
lose his
Like,
job.
Dunham, it's not okay just because she's a woman that she did this.
So
like,
much for the
he's still a
non-controversial
person
cast.
Yeah, no
who
shit.
didn't
Hey, I'm all
want-
that's joking.
But I mean,
he
like,
didn't
this is kind of a
reciprocate
serious
this.
topic,
So
I
no, that
guess.
is definitely assault.
Yeah,
She should
100%.
face the
They're all
consequences
serious.
because of
She
that.
should absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I
Hopefully
totally
she
agree.
Yeah, I
does,
guess
too.
any topic
Like,
about
it's-
nerds.
that's
Yeah, no,
still not
this
okay.
is this completely not okay.
No, not at
No.
all.
Because
No.
like guys are getting accused left, right, and center. Like I'm not saying that
And-
all
and
of them
most
are
of them-
false, but
No.
like they're
The thing
getting
is, the
all these.
accusations come out, and it's like it's like what happened with Johnny Depp, I believe.
Yes,
where
Yes,
it's
Yeah.
actually-
yes, yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah,
He
he
was
was
the victim,
What was
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Amanda Seyfried?
Oh, yeah,
Or no,
100%,
no,
yeah.
It was,
And like, granted, that's
the other
honestly
Amanda, I don't
not
remember.
generally the case with a lot, especially with the people the way they are in Hollywood.
didn't
Yeah.
they find?
But-
Didn't like, what's her face like cut off his finger or
She
something?
almost
Like
severed a finger.
that? Yeah.
Did
It was bad.
Did you guys hear what happened to
Amanda
Usher?
Bynes.
No, I haven't.
I don't
Usher.
remember what her name
This
was.
girl accused him of sexually assaulting her, and he's
Amber
like,
Heard was her
and
name.
he's like,
Thank you.
I've never
Yes.
seen this woman ever before in my life.
I knew it was
And
an A
his
name.
team said the exact same thing. And then during the court case, like just in the middle of the court case, she's like, "Yeah, he didn't do it. I'm gone." But because it was filed in New York,
Yeah.
they have to go through the whole trial.
Oh
still.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So he still had to pay for all those lawyers.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yep.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that stuff takes away from people actually believing when
Yeah.
someone is assaulted.
Yeah, it's the reason why
It's
people
terrible.
have such a hard time sometimes
hold it.
believing
Exactly,
the people
yes.
who actually had this happen to them.
Yeah.
So don't be a
I've never
dick.
seen that.
Don't do that shit. Like if you're actually
You just make it
assaulted-
harder
Whether
for
you are a
everybody
man
File a
or a
case.
woman, do not try and touch someone without their consent or try and kiss or whatever because you're an adult. We learn this
Well, not
in
everybody's
grade,
adults, but-
like in kindergarten. Keep your hands to yourself. It is that simple.
Unless
Pretty
you're
much.
Jason, in which
Or
case
Kira.
touch Trevor. And
Yeah, right.
I'm also.
With
I,
exceptions.
We are a
Apparently.
progressive
also
podcast,
very
okay?
bad
We are
keeping my hands
progressive.
myself.
Yeah, but you had your
Sure.
own.
I'm down to win this podcast
Oh my
game.
God.
I don't know
Oh
what
my
you
god.
Win
But
Okay.
yeah,
Podcasts.
basically, if you're an adult, keep your hands to yourself. Don't try to kiss someone without their consent. Don't touch them. Whatever.
Also, people have different boundaries. Like what one person's comfortable with, another person will not be comfortable.
I'm pretty
with,
sure
so.
someone doesn't want to be kissed by someone they barely know.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
We pretty
Devin.
much know.
That,
Pretty sure that's universal
that is
all
very
around.
true, but that's why like you shouldn't act like that unless you know them
No,
personally.
exactly.
Like
That's- yeah, that's
like
what I'm saying.
like I know some people that like obviously Italians, but like what like when they meet someone, even
Jason
if
is
it's a
Italian,
first
just
time.
for
Yeah.
for context.
Just,
here.
just
I
so
mean,
we
that
know,
is like a
guys,
culture.
guys, Jason's Italian.
What's the next topic?
Continue.
Yeah, how about we get off the controversial topics?
Yeah, no,
that
that
we
was
were
all
gonna
I
talk
had.
about?
So, I don't,
I
what,
got
what do you
some
have
more
next?
Oh, Kira's got some
Kira
stuff.
got
I got
some shit.
shit.
Oh, all right, here we go. Let's get this started.
So I've got a question for all of you. What's the grossest thing you've done recently?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Recently,
I don't
know.
think you want to know that.
I work at a pet store.
Are we just
I
gonna
live-
go
Are-
around?
are
Let's-
they
let's-
hiring?
Let's go that way. Let's start that way.
So
I don't know.
Like
I haven't-
this way, like going that way.
No,
No, like this way.
That way.
Oof.
So we start. I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Nothing really grody you've done lately?
Not really. No.
Jason?
or you just don't want to admit.
That's besides the point.
Okay.
How about you, Mr. Smartwatch?
I'm
Why are you-
concerned because
why are
he
you-
really
Oh,
doesn't
thank
want to
you
talk
for
about it.
complimenting me on my smartwatch.
Okay.
How about
Do
we
you-
don't change the subject, Jason?
Yeah,
Jason.
Not
Jason,
answer the question, Moy.
answer the question.
Yeah, don't sway from the question there.
What have you done, dude?
What'd you do? It can't be worse than mine.
What's yours?
I would go
Get
last.
to that.
We're getting to that.
Because it's pretty gross.
Trying to think.
If
By
you
the
don't have
fact you were
anything,
so
then, like-
scared, you have it. I know you know what it is.
This dead air is
You have to think that
fantastic.
hard.
Yeah,
like-
I do.
Okay.
No, it's not that he has
If you have to
to
think
hard.
that
it's
hard,
he's
then
just-
nothing
Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
Moving on.
I just have so much shit to like shuffle
Okay.
through.
Yeah, no. Moving on.
I have started a new show that's really fucked up.
That's not disgusting.
That's not
no.
the conversation.
No, that's
No.
not. That's not what
the
it is.
question
No.
at all.
No.
Stop
Moving on.
avoiding it.
Moving on.
Okay. What is the grossest
How about
thing
you?
have done?
You had to clean up a hairball today.
I did. That wasn't that gross though, because
That's
I've
like
cleaned up
standard
cat
cat
stuff
thing.
Everyday
before, so.
I know, but like of the things that
Like the
happened
grossest
recently.
thing recently, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like recently.
In the past week.
I don't know.
Probably the hairball is like the worst one, I guess.
I mean, I at work, like I think I dropped like a goldfish on the floor and like blew it and then ate it after
Do you
that.
mean a
but-
living goldfish
No,
or like the
like
food?
the cracker.
Yeah, I was
Or the-
confused
okay,
about that too.
I have to
I don't
pick
work in a
up
pet
regular
store,
actual
I work in an
goldfish off the
office.
ground.
Which is why I was confused. Like, why do you have goldfish in your
I literally-
office?
Like the crackers that I have.
Yeah,
I
so
have
we
them
figured
on
that
my
out
desk.
now.
Yes.
Okay, I just had to be sure because I literally had to pick up a fish today because it fell on the ground.
Yes, no, like I think that,
concerning.
like
Oh,
that,
no.
that
They do
might have
that,
even,
yeah.
even been like last week that I did that. So yeah, the grossest thing this week I think was cleaning up cat. Like our cat puked up like a hairball onto
Yeah.
the carpet, so I had to clean that up. But again, I've done that. I grew up with cats, so I'm used to that kind of crap. So
It's an everyday occurrence.
yeah, like it's not that gross to me. To people who don't have cats or animals and don't clean up that shit, maybe that's gross. But yeah, so that's the
pretty
grossest
gross.
thing. It's fine.
Oh, actually, I
How
know
is this a
exactly what the grossest thing was. It's not in the grand scheme
I'm
of things
assuming
that
we'll
disgusting,
get around
Okay.
to it.
but it's definitely the grossest thing that's happened to me recently. At work, we have to vacuum a bunch of stuff, and they're hooked up
Oh,
to
so
these big,
disgusting.
well, no. Hear me out. I'm
Devin,
not
man.
finished.
You are a pig.
Yeah, right. We have to like clean.
You have to clean.
Most of
Oh
our
my
sh-
god.
You have to.
Our
Oh
job.
my god. Holy shit!
I can't wait for you and
Let me finish,
concerning.
motherfucker. They are hooked up to these filters on the wall. There's like really big filters that all the shit goes into. We also have these big giant fans that go in because the vacuuming area gets really warm. So I had to change the filter, so I brought out the filter, and I wasn't really thinking because this was like three or so hours of overtime in because it was a really long day. So I had to take the filter out, and the filter is covered in like all the shit that the vacuum sucked up. And I brought the filter in front of the fan, so all that shit ended up just getting blown onto me instead.
Okay, that sucks.
Oh, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah, that's not good.
All over my nice Stranger Things T-shirt. I was very mad.
That's good.
Babby.
That's
At
good.
first, I was thinking like, okay, so
At
you
first,
like,
I was afraid. I was petrified.
At
No.
first, I was really worried, but then.
okay, no.
Stranger
At first,
Things
I thought
shirt
like
got
the
ruined,
gross
so
thing
I'm
that
happy.
Let's not even
happened
go
to was
there.
to clean out a vacuum cleaner, and just like, okay, Devin, come on. But no, that's gross.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, let me finish.
Okay.
Chrissy?
So,
Yes.
okay, again, I would like to point out I work at a pet store with like a lot of different kinds of animals. I think probably the grossest today was the fact that we have a lot of like the feeder fish that wind up dying in our tanks.
Aww.
So it's sad, but
part of life.
it happens. So often we have to like pretty regularly we have to like scoop them up with a net and just throw them in the garbage. There was also having to empty out the beta water, which is like filled with shit, literal shit, not like actual like metaphorical shit, like actually fish poo.
Guys,
Are you guys going to listen to my girlfriend's story or not?
Or just
be
dumping,
respectful. Pay
or just
attention.
dumping boxes of crickets in a bin.
That's fine. I do that every day or every week.
Yes, but no, most people don't have reptiles.
That's fair.
And there was like thousands of crickets.
Yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't.
And
wanna
I had
do
to
that.
sweep up all of the dead crickets and the cricket poo.
I do
Yeah, it's
hate
gross.
dead
Nice.
crickets. It's pretty gross. So, have you two thought of what yours was over there, Jason?
I got nothing.
Jason,
Not saying that.
Jason, you're saying it because you can't trump mine. Mine is worse.
Jason, just say it.
Yeah,
No.
get off your phone,
We're all
man.
adults
Be
here, just say it.
How
professional.
about we let Jason go after you go?
Okay.
Yeah, just go.
So mine are two. This was about noon today, and yesterday morning when I woke up.
Okay.
So I have 2 dogs and several other zillion animals. So first thing when I wake up, open the bedroom door, open the slide door, and looks like one of the dogs had diarrhea all in front of my door.
Oh, no.
So in front, so I had to step over it, get them outside, clean the floor, clean the sliding door, which is now covered in shite.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, that beats everything.
It is 7 in the morning.
That's,
Oh,
God.
Now here's number 2. This one happened.
That-
one wasn't number 2.
That was
That though is also
Ba-dum.
because your dogs are really untrained.
they're getting better, but
Are they?
yeah,
I mean, I can kind of beat that story, but it happened several years ago.
yeah, I could too with my own self, but
Okay.
I can't. That this was recently.
Yeah.
This was yesterday morning.
I can beat that story.
Yeah,
but
this
it's
is
a couple
this is
years
why
ago.
she specified recently.
Recently.
know.
Now the other one is to point out that we like to make fun of Trevor for being an old man.
He is very old. Like.
Now here
you
we're
see the
gonna
grades.
point out that I might be beating him on the old spectrum.
Ooh.
You're
Oh,
20.
really?
You're give me 24 when this video comes out.
And my leg doesn't work half the time.
You are crippled.
I mean,
So-
Trev bent like he can bend over and his back hurts. So.
Yeah, I cough.
I don't wanna
cough at
hear
a
about
weird
Trevor
angle
bending
and
over.
things
I've been
hurt.
walking
To
with
like
a
reach
limp
the
all
count,
day
like the
because of a hobble.
things in the
I know.
kitchen.
I was
Anyways,
joking.
Anyways, continuing.
So I know this is gonna be gross. I was walking from my computer to the washroom, sneezed, and peed.
Oh my god!
Okay, no, that's just funny.
I think only pregnant women can say that.
Like full on, or
Or
just like a little
menopause.
bit.
Menopause. The menopause is where I'm beating him on the old spectrum.
I
Oh,
can
that
just
was
see you
great.
go like, oh shit.
I was just like,
That one should have been number 1.
I just kind of looked at myself disappointed and I walked away. I grabbed some new clothes and I walked back to the bathroom. It's like this,
Oh, Kira.
I'm disappointed in myself today.
Oh my god.
I've never. Funny thing is, I was like laughing
need to
really
get you
hard
some
at the
Depends?
show that I was watching
Okay.
the other day, and I was like, How can you laugh so hard that you pee yourself?
I've
Oh, it
done
happens
that
all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
This
my God.
never
You
happened
never
to me.
laughed so hard
That
you peed
doesn't happen
yourself.
to me either.
But like you saying that reminds me of that.
Oh.
I should not talk about the time I accidentally
Okay, next topic.
parked in.
Do you got more? Cause I got more.
Um,
Oh wait,
I do have a long one with me.
I have a better one.
You.
'Cause
All
we
right,
gotta
let's
a
do the better one.
The sponsor read.
Oh God.
Can we get rid of that spot?
What are we?
All right, no, you know what? This episode's sponsored by me.
Exactly. It's
So
sponsored
there.
by Trevor.
Okay.
Go find his music. It's gonna be in the link below for once.
What the fuck?
He said it first. You lose. Because you never volunteer yourself to be a sponsor.
Because you don't want a sponsor.
Trevor, I
Yeah,
don't
what
remember
the fuck?
Trevor, I don't remember your band name.
Death Preacher.
Yeah, so the metal band is called Death Preacher. I have a solo project. I don't have anything released yet, but it'll be under McBride. So keep an eye out for
On
that.
what things?
All of the
Spotify
things.
songs?
SoundCloud, Spotify, Pandora, LimeWire, FrostWire.
iTunes.
Those things. Minus
What?
LimeWire and
Oh.
FrostWire and shit like that.
And iTunes, because iTunes is dead.
And iTunes.
we
How
just
we
wanna
go
be on
back to
LimeWire.
2008 now?
Oh my God.
2008, that's like...
The LimeWire,
Also, I have a
LimeWire
project
does
coming out
actually
soon.
still exist.
Does it really?
Yeah, it
Available
still
in 1
does.
month.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my
Just
God.
LimeWire
Make
is
sure you
like
get
the
that.
cockroaches. They'll survive.
Does
the
anybody remember
apocalypse.
MSN Messenger?
I used
still have MSN
Frostwire
Messenger.
before,
Oh my
like-
God, you are old.
I'm an old bag.
Yeah, I think this was a bad idea.
God.
Moving on.
Okay, so I started watching a new show.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yes.
what's this?
It's a new show on Amazon. It's called The Boys.
I have
Oh,
heard of
I
this
heard
show.
about this. Yeah.
So good. it's like superheroes in the real world. Like they're branded. They have scripts. They have marketing budgets. They have movies.
Yeah.
But they're really fucked up. Like they'll kill innocent people and just buy them into NDAs.
I've seen. I
Wow.
think it's the opening scene where the fast dude runs into that chick, and it's literally like he's
Oh,
standing there,
yeah.
and she just disappears, and it goes into slow motion, and it goes to the side, and she's literally just exploded all over to like the.
Oh, yeah. And like he looks down
It's
and it's
so
just her
good.
hands.
And it's so good because they have such an emotional conversation. Like and before, spoiler alert, before she dies, she's like
I
talking
already
about,
said she dies.
I know, but
Yeah.
she
Pretty sure
she-
when he says that she explodes, that kind of mean dead.
she
always.
she
Not
says
if you're
before she dies.
Palpatine.
Before she dies, she
Okay.
she says, "I'm tired of fucking to Bon Jovi," and then he's like, "Don't you ever say that about Bon Jovi?" And then she dies.
Oh no.
It's so dark, but yeah, and the show is really fucked up and messed up. Like all the heroes are assholes, and
Also,
like,
Yeah.
it's got Carl Urban, who I love and will cherish forever. Carl Urban, please tell me you guys know Carl Urban? Well, actually, I know for a fact all of you have seen him because he was in Lord of the Rings. He was one of the.
I've never seen the Lord of the Rings movie. It's not my gig.
I think it
Which
killed Devin on the
which
inside.
which
Well, okay,
Devin,
okay.
you know I
He
haven't.
was in the Two Towers and Return of the King. He was Eowyn's brother
I only saw it
Oh, okay.
as well, but also he was in Dredd, like the good Judge Dredd movie.
Oh, I've seen that movie.
Yes, of
He's
course.
Judge
Yes.
Dredd.
And
also Bones from the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie.
Yeah, Star Trek. Yeah.
don't
I
get
know
me,
really
I,
good
I
at
do
it.
don't
know
get
who
me
that
fucking
is.
started on J.J. Abrams, Devin.
Oh Jesus.
I'm just realizing I don't watch a lot of
Don't like
movies.
J.J. Abrams, but also Simon Pegg and Seth Rogen are in the show.
Oh, that's
great.
awesome.
More Seth
Ooh,
Rogen.
nice.
I like
Seth
Simon Pegg,
Rogen
though.
is like in for
I don't
one
know who
episode,
Simon
but
Pegg is.
Simon
I mean, I
Pegg's
know
in
the
there for a
name. I
couple
just don't
episodes.
know.
Oh,
And
nice.
like he's not playing a funny role.
Did you
It's
watch
really
the Star
serious,
Trek?
but he's
Okay.
really good at the role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of
sweet.
people underestimate how good comedic actors can
I
be
think
in
so.
serious
He's
roles.
Oh, 100%.
Especially
Oh,
Simon
okay.
Pegg, like
Yeah.
he's,
Yeah.
he's a fucking
That's the one where
genius.
it's just for the
100%,
greater
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
The great are good.
Great or good.
Shot it.
So me and Kira were at the bar
Kira and I.
with a friend.
Joel.
Grammar
We'll call him
Lady.
Joel.
Yeah, grammar Nazi.
No, I agree with Kira. Kira and I, yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
Anyways.
Anyways, yes.
All right. And our friend was saying that Star Wars doesn't hold up.
Hold up to what?
The
Well, hang on,
original
which, like,
trilogy.
Star Wars.
There
The
you go.
original. He was saying they are bad films, bad acting, bad story,
Well,
bad effect.
Has he seen the prequels?
No, the thing is,
What are you about to
he's
say?
never watched Star Wars before, and he went and watched the prequels, and he said they do not hold up to today's
He
society.
also said that they were bad. They're not bad films. They're not bad
The
films.
prequels aren't, or the new ones aren't?
The
No,
new ones.
are we
The-
talking about the original?
Or the old ones,
Yeah,
the old ones, sorry.
the original. The original.
I mean, here's the thing. I disagree with that, but thing is, most of us grew up with those movies. I think, and don't get me wrong, I've watched the original trilogy recently now, and I still think they're really solid movies.
I just want to
for
butt
the
in
most
here and
part.
explain that Devin went to school for film, so he
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of does have a professional opinion
Why-
about the stuff.
Why is that important?
Because,
Well, because
some,
he has a
of us-
professional
because some of
opinion.
us have opinions and some of us have professional opinions.
Yeah.
I mean, because a professional means like,
Like, we
you've
can-
learned
I mean,
about
I-
film.
I will-
You've
I
studied
don't
the
think that's
theory.
necessarily.
No, but
important.
you've
not
studied the
worth
theory
that
behind
much.
it.
It's not worth that much. I just want to say, like, because when, like, if you've
But-
learned about something and have the, like, the intelligence to
Got like a
kind of-
deeper meaning as
yeah,
to why something's good or
yeah,
not.
you can judge something in a more in-depth way.
Guys, stop defending me.
Same
I'm
reason
just
why
gonna
we.
say.
I know.
Same
I know.
reason why
Thank
we
you.
get in depth about like music shit. And,
Yeah.
like,
You've
You
industry
learned
haven't
stuff.
about
gone to
it.
school for music.
No, but you
But
have,
he
and I've
does
just
it
been doing
for,
it
like,
for
a
years.
hobby.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I'm saying is, like, there are movies, like, the first one was made in 1977. It was made on a really low budget. And, I mean, granted, Empire and Return of the Jedi were made
Classics.
on a higher budget.
Yeah.
But even then, to people who are, let's say, growing up with, like, Marvel right now, and I would honestly, as good as Marvel is right now, I would take a Star Wars movie over a Marvel movie any day.
Wait,
of
a
the week.
current Star Wars
Agreed.
movie?
Yeah.
I want
Well,
to.
actually,
You are out of your fucking mind.
Current Star Wars movies are pretty good. Actually.
yeah, they are.
Boo.
I would. Okay, I would take. Well, actually, I'm talking about the episodic ones. The spin-off ones, less so. But episode 7 and 8, I would take over any Marvel movie. I
7
know
is
that's a
good, though.
super,
But, like-
super unpopular opinion.
Okay.
But 7
okay.
is good because it's a refresher. Like, if you just take it as, like, a standalone film, like, I don't think it's that great.
Oh no! Like, well, the thing is,
Yeah.
it's episode 7.
yeah, like
Implying that
Exactly.
it
there
needed,
are
yeah.
6 other episodes that you should probably watch beforehand.
I'm
Yeah.
worried about the next one, though. Like, I don't think it's going to be good.
I think the next one should be fine, most likely.
It's J.J. Abrams.
I want to. So,
What do
so
you have against J.J. Abrams?
He
Who
can't
cares?
finish his movies.
Like,
He has this, like, stupid mystery box thing where it's like...
Oh,
you
I
can't
see what you're
tell-
saying.
Yeah, like I think he's good if someone else writes the script.
well, the thing is, he's very much a guy who is all about the setup. Because, like, I watched Super 8, and that's a movie that's a movie you watch entirely for the
That's
setup.
a good movie.
The payoff to Super 8 is honestly kind of lame.
Is Super 8 the one that's
Yeah.
like the
Um,
superpowered high school kids in the sky?
No,
No.
that's
no.
Super 8 is literally
Yeah.
Stranger Things for 2 hours before Stranger Things.
Pretty
happened.
much.
Oh,
It was
right.
literally did what
actually
Stranger
is
Things
really
did,
good.
but as a
Oh,
movie.
okay.
It is a really good movie. But J.J. Abrams is very
No, but I
much
was thinking Sky
about
High.
building up suspense, building up mystery about something. But he said something about episode 9 which made me quite interested because, and I'm going to go on record for saying this, I fucking love The Last Jedi.
I think
don't
we're
care
all
what people
technically
say,
on record.
Hey,
But
high five.
there we go. Okay.
Eiffel
The thing is, I remember
Tower.
working at EB Games, so I ran into quite a few nerdy guys.
You've never
the
seen-
amount of
No, you don't watch
vitriolic
Star Wars, right?
hatred for that movie
It's funny.
was just like, and okay, it's not a perfect movie. No Star Wars movie is a perfect movie.
Have you seen
let's
the
be real.
prequels?
Exactly. But I'm just thinking, for God's sakes, the people bitching to that extent, just like, God, can
Fucking
you enjoy
crybabies.
anything?
Yeah.
And J.J. Abrams
is
said
quite
something about
weird.
making this one where he talked about how he spoke with Ryan Johnson, who did The Last Jedi, and how it kind of inspired him to kind of go with his gut a little bit more, make more unique, creative decisions. Because if there's one complaint everybody had about Episode 7, is basically a reskin of A New Hope, which to an extent it was.
It was, yeah.
I felt it did do it well enough that I didn't really care, but like, still, it's pretty much the exact same story.
It has, like, some alterations,
There
but
are some alterations.
yeah.
There are some alterations that they do kind of alter it in kind of a meta way in terms of like having
Yeah.
Han Solo be the Obi-Wan Kenobi role when you'd think it'd be Luke, but no, it's actually Han, which is hilarious because Han Solo would totally never want to be in that position.
Should not be around
And
children.
and Harrison Ford probably really didn't want to be.
Harrison Ford is disgruntled.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like there's
me outta
no
here.
coincidence that like the first time they bring him back, they also kill him. Like there's no way he wanted to be in that. What are you doing?
We don't have anything to say.
They're
Oh, fair
entertaining
enough.
themselves.
But yeah, he said
somewhere?
basically to sum up, he talked about how he was more interested now in and creating something new instead of just respecting the past, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, no, that's good.
So
Like,
I'm excited for it.
I liked The Last Jedi. I thought it's a good movie, but like it does have its flaws. Like,
Oh, yeah, no,
I
it's
just
definitely
wish
flawed.
that like part where Kylo Ren says that it's all about like wiping away the past and starting anew. Like,
Yeah.
I felt like they should have just took that and just ran with it, but then he kind of did what.
Well, the thing is, people were already assuming that was the stance the movie was taking,
Yeah.
which I thought was stupid because I'm like, he's the bad guy. Why would Disney have the bad guy of the movie, the guy that killed Han Solo? Why would they give him the main thesis of the movie?
Also, for pointing out that the entire movie is like a reskin of what was it? The last
A New Hope.
The New Hope. Why would they be taking the past and wiping away? Like, why would they be wiping away the past? That seems like
Because I thought it was an interesting
Oxymoronic.
take. Because like
It was an interesting thing because they do seem to kind of almost go that direction a little bit, but I think because they have a bunch of characters in that movie who pretty much have that same kind of idea, but then at the end you realize, at least with Luke, that he's like, oh no, I've been going around this all wrong. I should actually like fucking help. Even I should learn from my failures and learn from the past and move past it, whereas Kylo's just like, I'm gonna burn it all to the ground because I'm a little neo-Nazi. So
I love him though because he's so emotional.
I love him as a character.
I love that. Yeah.
So interesting, but
Yeah, he is.
he's a piss baby neo-Nazi.
I just love how he's so infatuated with this image of like a dark lord, like
right.
with the mask, like
Yeah.
how he's
The thing
so
is,
fixated on
I feel
that.
like that was the only way they could get past the fact that they have to follow Darth Vader,
Yeah,
because it's like, okay, we need to create a new trilogy for a new generation that has to pay respect to what happened before, so we need to create a new villain, with the problem being your previous villain was Darth Vader, who is literally the most popular villain in film history. I'd say probably the only villain that could give him a run for his money would maybe be like right now Thanos.
oh yeah,
But I think
I'd agree with
still
that.
think Vader is to me the top. So I think that was the only way to really get past that. Is like, well, let's have our villain be obsessed with that villain.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I've thought it was
Pretty much, and that also ties into the fact that the First Order are 100% being coded to represent neo-Nazis. That's why they're all angry and hateful. And not really good at their jobs.
Well, in the original trilogy, they mirrored the Nazis, so that would make sense. That would make sense. And fun fact, the weapons in the Star Wars movies, they were bought at a World War I weapon auction. Fun fact.
Yeah.
It's a fun fact.
Anyway, what's our next topic?
Yeah,
I feel like we've talked about Star Wars for super long now.
Way too long.
See what we got
you're
here.
also a bit biased.
That is true.
I know no one.
Let's talk about Lord of the Rings.
I know no one is in this room is going to care about this.
All right.
Kendrick Lamar broke a record.
Oh.
Being
Yeah,
on the top,
don't care.
being on the top 200 list for 350 weeks.
To quote Black
For
Panther,
one
Got him.
Oh,
don't care.
isn't this for the song the?
Nope, that's not
Oh.
Old Town Road. It's
Although-
an album. It's been on the top 200 charts for almost 5 years.
Okay, I guess.
So that's pretty impressive.
Although,
He
can
beat
I
out
just-
Eminem?
Can I just say that I have grown obsessed with Old Town Road.
I'm gonna.
I've never
Don't
heard it.
we don't want to do copyright
I
right now.
have been listening to that song
The
nonstop.
Walmart Kid is on.
I saw
the
that.
remix.
I
The
heard it the
Walmart
other
Kid.
day.
The
I thought it was
yodeling
fantastic.
The yodeling Walmart Kid.
yeah, the yodeling.
He
Yeah.
killed that shit too.
Yeah, it was
Like,
fantastic. Oh no, that was killer. Yeah.
yeah, it was him, Billy Ray, Young Thug. Yeah.
And then Lil Nas.
Yeah, I was watching a documentary on that song actually. Like the producer and the artist didn't actually know each other.
Oh
Like
shit.
he wrote that shit on Halloween night and then
Yeah.
he promoted it on Twitter, Reddit, Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So it was like this whole thing that was pretty awesome actually.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
But yeah, no, I've been listening to shit out of that song. It's fantastic.
a great song.
It's an awesome
it's
song.
an amazing song. I used to hate that song.
Yeah.
And then I heard it outside at like a party and I'm like,
Pretty
great
badass
song.
song.
It's like. Take my horse
To the Old Town Road.
No copyrights.
Yeah, we'd be careful there.
There's like 5 seconds where you can.
Yeah, you're
That-
allowed 5 seconds, but even then,
Yeah.
also
That
like
doesn't stop
copyright
YouTube's like I
terms
don't know if
are
this is
so
YouTube or
It's a
Yeah,
YouTube
it's like
algorithm.
flimsy
Is it in?
that they could take you down for even that.
Let's
most
be
likely,
real.
so.
YouTube does not know copyright law or like
If
freaking.
it bit them in
No.
People use it.
Not just that, but like people are like you get content creators who are completely within their rights of fair use.
Yeah.
Who get like totally fucked in the ass.
It seems like,
Like
there's a
me.
second wave of
Sure.
that coming on now too.
And I saw an
Adpocalypse.
article where musicians are
crazy.
getting taken down by their record labels.
What?
Yeah, because they have like bots that will like claim things. So
Really?
There's
yeah.
always a bigger fish.
So
So
the bots are putting down their own videos
Yes.
of their own stuff.
that actually
I
happened
mean,
with a
sucks to
game.
suck.
I forgot what game it was, but like their trailer was recently
Oh, that's
taken
just
down.
fucking dumb.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Holy shit.
I do know there's
YouTube.
for the YouTube algorithm, there was one that's getting a lot of I think they fixed it now, or at least fixed the video it was really bad with, is the opening music to Pokemon, like when you turn it
Yeah.
on, the dun, dun, dun. Warner Brothers has that flagged for some reason.
Well, that
Warner-
makes sense. It does
jeez,
sound
No.
like
of
the
course
Warner
they do.
Brothers.
And-
It is higher pitched and not the same notes.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop money hungry companies.
Yes, so
Yeah,
the Warner Brothers
exactly.
bots is actually taking down Pokemon content, even though Nintendo now allows you to record content.
Well, that's a lawsuit
I
waiting
mean-
to happen.
I
Yeah.
mean, but Game Freak is doing false advertisement with their games now, so
There's
Okay.
no Gotta Catch 'Em All logo on the Sword and Shield yet.
yeah, but that's their motto.
It was for 25 odd years, but they haven't done that for Sword and Shield yet, so you can't say it's false advertising.
Wait,
I-
why is it false advertising?
Because now you're not allowed to catch every single Pokemon. They're not going to be able to put every single Pokemon in the new games.
Just dumb.
I mean, do you know how many Pokemon there are?
Yeah, there's almost 900 now.
I don't even think there's enough. Like,
Their excuse was funding.
well, yeah. Well, I mean, do you know how difficult it is to code a game? Every single character.
True.
Like that's way too much work for like a small, like not even a small team. But
They're
like,
not small.
No,
It's a Pokemon game.
but there's still
But
a
they
No,
still
but
have
lot of
still.
people,
so-
and like they're probably not getting paid enough. Let's be real.
And like to
Yeah, but-
It's
shove
going to get worse.
almost 900 Pokemon in a single game.
Just that
just
basically say
for whiny
we
piss
have
babies
all
to
the
want all
Pokemon.
the
How is it
Pokemon.
whiny piss babies? It's a feature that's been in every Pokemon game
Because
since its
there
inception.
becomes a limit.
Yeah, no, you gotta cross
No,
the
there
line
isn't.
somewhere. You have to
their
cross the
motto.
line
You
somewhere.
gotta
Not
catch 'em
anymore.
all.
If it's not on the thing, it's not false
It's
advertising.
not the motto anymore.
Yeah.
They didn't even use the motto in Sun and Moon, Jason.
And of course, he's googling the shit out of it.
Of
now.
course I am.
It hasn't. I went and looked at this. They haven't used
Yeah,
Gotta
I'm
Catch
gonna
'Em.
trust the one who's like deeply
Actually
devoted
cares
to
about
Pokemon.
Yeah, the one who
They
is
haven't used
studying
Gotta
I
Catch-
care about
They haven't
Pokemon.
used Gotta Catch Them All
Pokemon?
since Black and White.
Which was like how many years ago?
That was almost 10 years ago. Actually,
it really?
Their
Black and White was 10
their
years
theme
ago.
song has it in it.
The old theme song, maybe.
The
I don't
old
think the new
theme
one does.
song.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, everybody knows the classic Pokemon theme song, but like not the newer stuff.
Their song
Yeah,
changes
no.
with every anime, Jason.
Yeah.
You're just bogged down by nostalgia.
No, I'm not.
I mean,
You're the one who's arguing this.
Bruh.
right
It's a
now.
gameplay feature. Like it has to be in the
Not
game.
clearly, it's not.
Bruh.
If it's not in the game, it's therefore not a gameplay
if they've
feature.
gone on record and saying we're not doing this particular thing anymore. then
All
they
right,
have-
what's the
have
next
to do it.
topic? What's the next topic?
Imagine having 900 characters in a movie.
They did that
Okay.
already.
Well, I mean, Endgame kind of did
Well,
that.
yeah, but like actually having like all of them
Actually, like
speak,
900 physical people. Yeah.
and all of them speak. Like
Yeah.
you can't do
It would
that.
be
I'm
literally
I'm sorry,
impossible.
but if something is a key feature in your franchise,
Then you code a game.
okay, well, what? That's not
She's
really
got
a good.
you there, man.
That's not a good enough excuse.
Jason, you don't know math.
I mean, neither do I, but I'm learning.
Yeah.
What-
Do you know
what-
calculus?
What does that have to do with anything?
There is. Do you know how much calculus? Like I have. Do you know how much calculus there is in
So-
all coding?
So because I can't code a game, I'm not allowed to be like critical of a
No,
franchise.
you can absolutely be critical, but you just don't know what you're talking about
How do I not know what I'm talking about?
because we've explained it to you.
You're talking to the lady who actually does
But-
Is
all
learning
this.
about
No,
it.
but that
Yeah.
that
I'm
it
going to
doesn't
stop
make sense.
all
because,
of us.
because it's a gameplay feature that's been in the game, and there's nothing different about any of the other games besides the Pokemon. So
How
if
are
you
we
take
getting
the
this
Pokemon
passionate?
out,
If it's
About
not
then
in the game,
it's the
not a
same
gameplay
game as
feature.
it was in '95.
It clearly
What
is
are you
not.
talking
If it's
about?
not in the game, it's not a
Okay,
game.
okay, stop! Everyone stops
Yeah, seriously.
now.
What's different about the game if it's
Stop!
on Pokemon?
We are
No,
dropping.
shut your
We are
mouth.
dropping the topic now, or I'm going to physically get up, and I don't want to stand.
I mean, you are holding
You
my
are
mic.
you are. I will smash it then.
If you smash it, you will pay for it.
How about we stop?
Everyone drops it.
Now?
Yeah, there's
Like-
moving
like
on.
if
How
Smash
do we
it.
get this fucking passionate about goddamn Pokemon?
Of all
You guys
things,
can't take criticism.
Everyone's a nerds and we're opinionated. That's how.
But just
No, because you can't take criticism. Like,
No, I'm tired of everyone arguing through the podcast, and I don't want to hear it anymore.
so England's been going through a heat wave.
That's fantastic.
That was a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, good on them. They need some heat.
Yeah, it rains there a lot.
Yeah, they need some change.
I mean, Europe does include Italy, and that it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
a lot there?
Italy is
See, that's why I
included,
said
I'm pretty sure.
England.
Oh, England. Sorry.
Yeah.
England's its own
Also,
land.
Also,
Yeah.
I'd like to
Europe.
point out, England doesn't, like most places in England, because it's so used to the cold, they don't have air conditioning.
Oh yeah, no,
No,
like
they
as
do
soon
not.
as
And
It
they
sucks.
don't have very good air circulation.
oh yeah, no, as soon as this hit, like it's all over the social media. Obviously, it's just like, what do? We don't know what to do.
Do we have like an official topic anymore? Or just...
I just wanted to divert from Pokemon,
have
so
a
I just
topic.
thought I just
Okay,
thought
definitely
I'd
So
Oh
we
my
went to the universal
like,
of
10 minutes
the
left,
weather.
I think?
yeah, the weather.
The weather.
I have a topic that I hope won't cause any shit. I don't think it will.
Okay.
Will it be about 10 minutes?
Concern.
Okay, go around. I just because it came into my head today.
Okay.
What's a movie each one of us thinks is incredibly overrated? Go.
We can't do.
That's a.
I
that
would
could
need
cause
some
controversy.
thought for this.
Incredibles too.
Okay. Yeah.
You haven't
I
seen the
won't
full
argue with
thing,
that,
but
I feel like that's a conversation. For another
it's another controversial topic.
It's one we won't get into.
Yeah.
I don't know.
An overrated film. I don't really know either. Let me.
Twilight.
come-
Yeah, well, yes, of course.
Everyone thinks that's shit anyway, so it doesn't really.
Not
count, I don't
everybody
think.
does, but everybody
Yeah.
in this room
I have to
does.
watch that once a week.
Oh.
The
Twilight?
entire
God.
series.
Twilight is not overrated.
What?
Frozen.
Okay,
See, I
yeah,
don't think
Frozen.
that- I don't
Frozen
think that's
works.
overrated because it has been in production for a long time.
No, not the new one.
What do you mean?
The one from 2014.
two?
Yeah, that again, it was
Oh.
in production for a long time.
But it went too
But
far.
the hype after it came out was a bit much.
We,
I don't know. I personally think that Frozen was a
Victoria,
very good
we
film.
still had Let It Go shoes at Payless like 8 years later.
Oh.
Or
know
4
that.
years later, sorry.
That's just executives wanting to push money. That's not the actual artists.
True, but it does affect people's perception of the movie, though.
Also,
Okay.
Batman.
Which one?
I'm going for the
general.
quality of a film, not like
What?
people pushing merchandise after.
I'm not a
it,
DC
so.
man.
I'm not,
To me,
yeah, I've never
Frozen-
been a fan of
Oh,
No.
The
DC.
effort that went
But
into
which Batman?
Frozen and
Just
stuff,
all
I
of them?
liked. I don't
Yeah.
think it was overrated.
The
So.
Dark Knight is one of the greatest
Oh.
trilogies of all time.
That sounds like a controversial topic.
You know what's
there it
actually a
is.
good one that I think most of us can agree on?
Okay.
Superman, Man of Steel.
Of course.
Or Superman versus Batman. Or
Yes.
Justice League.
Yes.
Or Suicide Squad.
or most of DC.
Or the rest of
like
DC.
I
Good
don't.
ones.
To me, there was
I like
a
Wonder
hype
Woman.
about
The
that. So I don't
cartoons
know
are way
whether it was
better.
overrated because to
Teen
me,
Titans
just
was good.
reviews were bad in general.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman is a good movie.
That is a good movie.
Despite how it might have gotten hyped up, it was a good movie.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think
like
it
Wonder
was. Yeah.
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 Can I just say,
Anyways, back to your thing.
Yeah. The film I think is incredibly overrated. Napoleon Dynamite. I fucking
Yeah.
hate Napoleon
I
Dynamite.
forgot
I'd
about that
agree.
movie.
That
I
movie,
try not to think
because
about
I
it.
remember
yeah.
being in elementary school when that movie came out.
Oh my God.
Everyone fucking quoted that goddamn movie to me.
What
I'm like,
about
oh, so this
Austin
movie
Powers?
must be hilarious. And I
Yeah,
watched
baby.
it, and it's so goddamn boring.
I think it's funny, but it's
Nothing
not.
happens until he dances at the end, and by the time he dances at the end, yeah, it's funny, but it's not worth having to sit through the entire goddamn 2 hours of like just boring shit to get through.
Also, Austin Powers is a little bit like, I mean, it's good though, the first, but they're all kind of the same, and I don't know.
I like Goldmember.
I like them. No, I like them. I'm just like,
Yeah, Napoleon
I'm
Dynamite
tired of
to
hearing
me,
them quoted
I
all the
like.
time.
I don't really have a super strong opinion about it.
Yeah.
I like it. I think a movie that I think is overrated is Superbad. That wasn't super funny to me.
Oh, I
that just
forgot about that one.
that just relied on really super immature jokes, which
Yeah.
weren't that funny to me.
What? That's a great movie.
I don't know. To me, just like it's like
I don't know, I can see it.
To me,
Yeah.
an
I thought it
an
was funny.
8-year-old
I liked
boy
it,
could
but I can
appreciate
see-
this
I can
film,
see what
but
you're
not
saying.
anyone else.
I think it's like the perfect film for like a 16-year-old at that time.
Yeah, like a teenage
because,
boy
yeah,
would like it,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not.
exactly.
It wouldn't win any awards. Obviously, it's
No,
not the
of course
funniest
not.
film. As a woman watching this, you're just like, okay.
Okay, you look like you have something
I
juicy
just
cooking up.
remembered
Yeah.
I just was like, oh yeah, Napoleon Dynamite, but then I realized there's one that I had that tops that. I don't really like The Matrix.
Okay,
All right.
I
All
get
of
that.
them are
I
the
mean,
first
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
All of
Keanu
them.
Reeves.
I mean,
Take
yeah.
that,
Nobody
Keanu
really
Reeves.
But like
likes the last two.
especially the first one.
I think.
What
Yeah,
about
I'm
the
kind of in the same
animated?
boat.
Can I just say, I think
Animated?
because
There's
I
20
think
animated
people
movies.
loved it because of the
Or 8.
time it was made. It was
Yeah.
ahead of its time, CGI wise
Yeah,
and
because
stuff.
see, that was the problem.
Story
with
wise,
me.
it's quite regular, but the CGI for the time it was made
Yeah.
was very good.
Well, because that was the issue with me is I saw the first one way after it came out, so I had seen
Exactly,
the bullet
yes.
time sequences parodied so
Yeah,
many times.
like-
I had seen the fight scenes done in different movies so many times that when I actually saw them, it's like, okay, I get that this happened before all the other things, but seeing them now, was like, it's just not as impressive.
yeah,
anymore
nowadays
to me.
it doesn't impress you
Also,
because we're
like,
so used to
anything
this. But
Roman
back
Empire
again during the
is-
90s when this was made, it was huge.
Yeah.
So
did
that's
you do
how
with
it's
it?
kind of like
Huh?
an amazing
I didn't
film
think
when you think
I
of it
didn't
in
see
that
one. I'll be
circumstance.
fair with that one.
Also, I thought of a movie actually that trumped the one I said.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You guys might hate me for saying this though.
What?
Oh,
Why,
I
here
can
we
guarantee it.
Amongst other things.
That Star Wars movie that came out about them getting the plans for the Death Star.
Rogue One?
Yeah.
Oh, Rogue
Yeah.
One.
I
Yeah,
agree
like-
with you.
like,
That was super
It's the most
overrated.
nothing
Yeah.
movie. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just fanfare.
Yeah.
It's
That
just
movie
fanfare.
kind of pisses me off because, like, I think as a movie, it's all right.
Back to Star Wars.
As it's my least favorite out of the Disney Star Wars films.
Yeah,
I'd say.
yeah, I get that.
But it kind of bugs me because a lot of the people who trash the episodic movies absolutely love Rogue One. I'm so opposite.
It's because it's fanfare.
Exactly. It's 100%
Yeah.
fan service. Like, it wouldn't bother me as much if I didn't, because I didn't care about any of the characters, and that's a real problem when the entire point of the movie is that your characters are all going to die at the end.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh great, I don't
Yeah.
care about any of these people.
That's-
Really. Actually no, I like the robot.
That's why I'm kind of worried about the Black Widow movie because you kind of know like how her story ends, so I don't know how much they can do with that.
But you don't know, like, her whole growing up and how she was raised is complete
Yeah, but-
mystery to people who
No,
haven't
not
read the comics.
entirely.
To me,
She's
it's
a
very
child
interesting
soldier of
because
Russia.
Yeah.
I heard all this stuff of her backstory, but I don't know any of it of which she went through
True.
Yeah, I
whatsoever.
actually don't
All
know
that is a
much.
mystery to me. So I think that's cool to know, like, how she was raised and what she went through to become the superhero that she became.
I'm
Yeah,
just
that's true.
excited because
Yeah.
David Harbour's in it.
Okay.
That's I mean he's
And but
Harbour from Stranger
Oh,
Things, isn't
but
it?
but the one
Oh,
good
yeah.
thing about Rogue One was I think the girl that played the main character. Fuck, what's her name?
Oh, Felicity Jones.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
she
she
did
was
an
good.
amazing job.
I
She's
feel
an
like
amazing actress.
she's
yeah.
a really good actress.
Is
I
she?
feel like they
Yeah.
didn't utilize her that well though,
Yep, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
because like I can't really. With what the character was supposed to be, she's supposed to be this kind of like tough, like
Yeah.
underground rebel girl. And I honestly, I think Felicity Jones is a really good actress.
She is,
but
yes.
I would. There are other actresses that to me could have done that particular role better. That being
Yeah.
said, if you're looking for a really good performance from Felicity Jones, Theory of Everything.
Yes, I was gonna say that. Sorry.
And-
I love that movie.
Yeah,
And
it's a really good movie.
And Rogue One did some. This is my final point. But and Rogue One did something I really didn't like, where the starting 5 minutes is them killing, like her parents in like a.
The thing
or-
that they
or-
do in every
yeah.
Disney movie
Yeah,
ever.
it's like, oh, you have to care about this character
Because her
they
parents are dead. It's not like we've
And-
done this trope every single movie we've done.
and Bruce
just
Wayne
think
just
it's big
laughs.
now.
Yeah,
So-
right.
Well, no,
Anyways.
Disney's thing now is doing remakes of the times they originally killed the parents.
Yeah, I just
I
think
do
Yeah.
like the
Disney
Disney
knows
remakes,
that
though.
like mothers and
I do.
fathers actually do sometimes exist.
You see, if I start talking about the Disney remakes, it's going to turn into a rant. And I don't
Yeah,
want
how
to
about
rant.
we?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
we
what
can talk
Disney
about
should
it
start
after
doing
something,
movie
yeah.
wise. Focus on the parents.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
For
Yeah,
like-
that'd be cool, yeah.
or original
Kill off the
content.
kids.
For like all of the
They-
all of
I-
the
I wanna
movies
point
that
out
the parents
they've-
are killed off.
They've
just
done
like,
that in a few movies.
Okay, how much time do we have left here?
We got like 3 minutes,
Okay,
Oh.
well, sure.
unless we
Um,
want to cut it short.
yeah, we'll just cut it short.
Watch
Same,
what
baby.
you're saying.
Yeah, they've done that in a few movies where they actually focus on the
No.
parents.
Rescuers Down Under.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Meet the Robertsons.
I
Yes!
love that
Oh.
one. That one was.
That is
I've never
literally
seen
about the
Robertsons, so
dad,
I
the
don't know.
whole
Absolutely have to
movie.
see Meet the
Alright.
Robertsons.
Spoiler
It's
alert.
so good. I think
Sure.
you'd love
You've
it.
never watched
Oh
it?
no, I've seen it.
It's like 10 years old.
But I don't think she's seen it.
I'm sorry. If it's older than 10 years old, you can't spoil alert anymore.
Are we cutting it?
I mean, I haven't seen it, so I haven't had any spoilers on the
Okay.
internet, so please don't spoil it.
Don't watch this podcast. 'Cause you didn't hear me.
I didn't actually
Thanks
hear you,
for
so
So yeah, just
Yeah,
don't
there
watch
we go,
this
so it's
podcast.
fine.
Checking out the episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
We gotta go. See you next week.
Peace out, guys. Don't forget to click the
Bye.
links down below. You got my music. You got his page. You got, I think, Devin's YouTube page is there.
Yes, with my one short film
Yep,
and
we'll
me
put it
talking
down
about
there.
Mass Effect and Dragon Age and
Excellent.
the gays. Because that was it was a school project.
Well, very relevant, especially considering Pride is this Sunday.
It is.
I feel
yeah.
like if we start, no, we should
Pride
not
month is in June.
No.
start talking about Pride.
No,
Yeah,
we
you
shouldn't.
do.
But just
Yeah.
because you mentioned that, I just wanted to.
Podcast
Jason,
is
what do
over.
you think?
Podcast's over.
we're
Let's
ready.
go
Alright, no.
home.
But I'm not
Bye.
supportive
Okay.
of Pride
I
Parade.
love
Bye.
you.
Bye.